Hey guys, welcome back to the fifth episode of the Tee Off, a channel where we speak to golfers and golf enthusiasts around the world. I am your host Ramses, and today my guest is the CEO of PT Duta Sukses Dunia. Yeah, he is a business coach with numerous degrees and certifications. He has written several books, as well as he's a renowned speaker and has a YouTube channel with over 80,000 subscribers. Welcome to the Tee Off, Mr. Yudi Candra.
Thank you, Ramses. Thank you. It's an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor to have me, for me to have you here also, I think. Uh, so usually I have athletes on my show, but today's show is a bit different. I understand you play a little golf, but you are mainly a business coach. So
Yes.
I would like to ask you some questions on some of the similarities that you can find both in business and golf, two subjects that I'm passionate about. Uh, can we start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, basically, you say it all. I mean, I'm a CEO of PT Duta Sukses Dunia. It's a startup, and I'm also a business coach, and I'm an influencer. Well, you can say I'm an influencer because I have like 89,000 subscribers in my YouTube, and well, that's about it. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want to read my CV here.
Okay. Yeah. Probably very long. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Uh, how did you get into this business? Can you please walk us through your journey?
Well, just to start with, my life is not by design. It's actually just happened because I like to be a valuable person. So I always pursue my passion, and I just do accordingly. Like when I meet another person, I give value to them, and then we connect. Then we make some business all along. So yeah, I mean, like by being a valuable person and you build relationship and trust among each others, that's how I can go through it all. I mean, like I'm not super rich or anything, but I mean, like I started with a humble beginning. I was a salesperson, so so yeah, that's how it is. It's the same with my YouTube as well. Started with a patient that I want to help other people out there. So so that's why I meet some of my friends and colleagues,
Yeah.
and just started interviewing them, and boom, like from March till now I got like 80 something thousand subscribers. So it just happened. I believe
Uh,
that when you do when you do it with your heart, and you keep praying and you do disciplines, and what happen is um, the door's gonna open. Yeah.
yeah. When did you start your YouTube channel, by the way?
Well, I started seriously in COVID time in March, but
March.
yeah, in March this year. But well, I mean, I started it 2 years ago, but it was like just for fun to start with. But because this March, when COVID hits,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I mean, the trainings, the coaching, everything is basically off. So I got more time, and I got into my YouTube more seriously. So I really look at it. So yeah, that's how it started to fly basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like in before March, maybe February 2020, my subscribers only like 1,000, something like that.
Wow. So you gain a lot of subscribers, yeah, in like 1 year, I think.
Well, less than a year, yeah, but that's what I said. I mean, like when you have a good intention and you do it with heart, it happens. Yeah, believe
Yeah,
it or not. I didn't believe it when I was your age though.
believe like if you do things with your heart.
Yeah, and you have passion, like that. That's why I'm here in your channel because I want to support you
Yeah,
because
thank
I
you.
believe this is your passion. You know. Yeah. So do it. I mean, like even though to start with is hard, it's probably challenging, but I mean, like if you keep focusing on what you want, and then you keep changing your approach. If you don't get the result that you want, you'll get there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that there are a lot of similarities when it comes to golf and business.
Yes.
You have your ups and downs, and I thought that it would be great to hear from you and apply some of your learnings to all our viewers today.
Well, golf and business is very similar. Let's talk about golf and life to start with. I mean, golf is a game and life is a game as well. I mean, like when you play golf, it's the same like when you do your business as well. If you play golf just for fun, in business, if you do it just for fun, you're not going anywhere because like you can see like all professionals over there, like I don't know, I mean like the all the professionals they have business coach or they have the golf coach. In business you need to have a business coach, and they practice every day, and in business you also have to be consistent. And if you look at golf, if you look at the players up there, it's only by one stroke that you win something, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So in business it's also the same. Like if you're not the best in your in your era, if you're not the best in your things, in your field, you're not gonna get much. But once you're the best, that you get um, much of the attention, much of the business, much of the money, the contracts. Same like golf. If you're number one, the amount that you get is very different than if you're number five. But if you're talking about skills, number five golfer in the world, it's definitely uh, wow. But still, you can't compare it with the number one golfer in the world.
yeah.
It's the same like business. You know, probably just that one stroke that can actually uh, make all the difference.
Just a
Yeah,
very like small thing.
it's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, and consistency. So sometimes when you talk about golf, one of the hardest thing is consistency. I mean, you can play golf good in the first hole, second hole, but what happened if you're not, you know, you're not consistent to the 18 holes? It's gonna change. So doesn't mean that if you start well, you're gonna end up well, you're gonna finish well. It's the same with business. Probably just say I'll do good in the first quarter, you know. But if I don't keep it up and keep my game up, or even better than my previous games, I might lose in the end of the year.
I might go bankrupt. Yeah,
Yeah, true, true. And same with golf. You do well first two holes, and then you start missing your shot. You know, go to the drain or whatever. You know, and then you lose focus. Then that's gonna happen to you. So a
yeah.
lot of similarities actually. Yeah,
Okay.
and also, I mean, like I don't know. I mean, like you're talking about golf. First time I play golf, one of the things that I really like is changing my gears. Maybe it happens with all the beginners, right?
The clubs. Yeah,
Yeah, I changed my clubs. I changed, well, I mean, like the balls and everything. You know, just keep changing it. You know, like when the latest clubs come, I'll try and buy it. But in business it's also like that, like you you expect the gear or the clubs to fix your swing, but it doesn't happen to me. I mean, like, uh, in business sometimes you expect other people to fix your business. It's not gonna happen. You gotta do it internally. So no matter like I change my clubs, no matter how many I change my clubs, when I cannot do the swing properly, it's not gonna happen. So my friends benefited because like he has better swing than me. He is a better player, so he can use my clubs.
Yeah, like
So yeah, so that's also a thing that that is similar between business and golf. So don't expect external things to fix your business. Expect yourself to fix your swing, and then be good at it, and you're gonna be good. It, you
yeah,
know, yeah. If you're a good leader, then you're going to get a good employee. You're gonna get a good team, and your business is gonna be good. But if you're a bad leader, no matter how good your team is, with a bad leader that doesn't know where to go, the business not going anywhere. Yeah, it's the same like if there is a saying that a ship will never be able to control the army of lion, but a lion can actually control a lion who is a leader that control the army of sheep will be better than a ship that control the army of lion. So
yeah,
clarity
mm,
is also one thing when you play golf, and also when you do golfing, if you cannot keep changing the, how do you call it, like when you hit it you cannot move the ball back. And in business it's also like that. You make decision, sometimes you cannot take the decision back. You hit the balls, and you never know where the ball's gonna land exactly, because like even though you play the course 1,000 times, every shot's gonna be different. Every shot's gonna be different. The wind you cannot predict, and in business the wind might be an external factors,
yeah,
and you well, just never be the same. And once you make decision to take the shot, then you gotta be responsible. And when the balls fly high, even though you know that you got a very good hit, um, but sometimes when you look at the balls flying, you still pray, that the ball's gonna land well. It doesn't hit the rock, because you never know, right? Even though you have a very good shot, very good swing, sometimes if it hits the rock or probably a little branches, it's gonna destroy your shot. So same in
yeah,
business, like you can do all the process well, but there is always a room for improvement or a room for error, which you gotta be able to uh, I mean, like, fix it or make it better in the future. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah.
So it's
Um,
all different.
People say that you have to be passionate about golf and that it takes a lot of your time. Would you say the same thing about business?
Well, if you want to get serious in one thing, it takes a lot of your time. I mean, if you want to be good in golf, if you want to be good in e-sport, if you want to be good in whatever it is in life, it's gonna take your time. Yeah, because like you can't be good without using time, because time is the most valuable resource that you have in anything in life. You want to be good in relationship, you got to spend time.
Yeah, yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
Time is the most valuable resource.
Yeah.
Uh, with golf, you can basically get started anytime. with no professional help, but um, you quickly discovered that a bit of guidance is a good idea, maybe from a coach. Does this also apply with business?
Let me tell you what I believe. When you're talking about golf, I one of my mistake is actually I started with YouTube. Okay, I started with YouTube, and then I I learned how to swing. I When I first started, like I hit 300 balls every day, in the driving yard, and then I get frustrated because like my swing is not too good, so I hired a professional to help me. But because I want to save money to start with, so I hire like like quote unquote pro. Like there is a lot of that quote unquote pro in Indonesia, like not VGA. So that's what happened. And then after that, he changed my swing, and then I lost the rhythm, and then I'm not doing well after that. And I changed my pro again, and yeah, and so on. So I changed my pro for what 2 or 3 times, and it doesn't really fix my swing until I actually understand myself how to swing well and just keep doing it. But in business, you can actually get well very well without a coach, an external coach. You can see like there's a lot of super rich people that don't have coach, but I believe that it is what you see from external. But when you talk about an internal coach, people who actually mentor them, or people who actually talk to them and have a discussion about the business, it is very important. Because like the same with golf, you can be good in golf, but you can never be number one without a coach, because feedback is the breakfast of a champion. And once you're good, you need feedback to improve, and you need a coach to actually force you to go into another level. And but sometimes in business they don't call it coach, sometimes they call it mentor. Yeah, or probably friends or father, that can actually guide them. You need a sparring partner in business. And I don't have coach in my business now, but I have a partner who is my sparring partner. So
What do you mean
we
by
consider
sparring
each
partner?
other as mentors. We fight sometimes, a good fight. Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, yeah, it does. The only way for you to get better at golf is to keep playing
Yes.
the game. How about in
Well, you got to be
business?
disciplined. You got to be number one. If you don't, if you don't become number one in the business, well, you'll. I mean, like it's very hard. I think in anything, you got to be number one to get the most premium price. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, or at least like otherwise they'll think of you as commodity. And when they think of you as commodity, there's gonna be price war. And when it goes into price war, everybody suffer. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, for example, in golf, you will have days that are very good days, and other days, you have very bad days. Nothing goes right, and then you feel like you're very, very bad at
Yeah.
golf. Does this also happen in
Well,
business
well, of
as
course. I
well,
mean,
or?
when you fight with your wife sometimes, or your family, you have a bad days. But life must goes on, right? I mean, like you miss hit in the first place, or in the first hole it goes into the whatever the lake, or the water, like well, I mean that sucks, right? But life must goes on. You gotta keep going. The same with business. You miss one part, and then sometimes, I mean, like you have a very good driver. You get on one spot, one hit, and then you miss the para. It's just like like how do you call it? Like keep going one way to another, and if you don't calm yourself, it's not gonna be good for your game and for your business.
Yeah. So just calm yourself basically and just move on if you
You
do
need self
badly.
talk. You know what I'll do when I have a bad day? I'll reflect myself, and I talk to myself what happened, and how do I get better? Because like it's the
Yeah.
same with golf. You have a very big bad driver, for example, the first shot goes to the leg, and then you only have a short time of period to calm yourself and say to yourself that okay, the next shot's gonna be better. Calm yourself, because you cannot take that break for so long, because people's waiting on the back as well, and your partners or your friends is waiting for you to take the shot as well. So a good golfer or a good business person is the people who can actually calm themselves very very fast and just forget their mistake, because everybody make mistake. I mean, even professionals, they make mistakes. But the thing is, how it's not about how well you start, but how well you finish. And it's the same with golf and business. You can start bad, but in the end of the day, if you get the contract, if you get the money, you're doing well. And
Yeah.
in golf, it's depend on how many shots you take in the end of the 18 holes, right?
Yeah. So just the ability to like control yourself
Yeah,
and your mental state.
that's true. Yeah, so it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah. What would you say are the values that a businessman and a golfer uh, need to instill to succeed and thrive?
Number one is adaptable. Like you don't know where your ball's gonna land. Sometimes it goes into the sand. Uh, go to the bunker, or probably land somewhere near where the water. So it's the same with business. And sometimes when you hit the ball, the wind suddenly flies. And if one of my friends actually hit the ball and it hit the snake, so the ball doesn't jump.
A snake, like
A
a real
snake,
snake?
a real snake in Bali.
Wow.
like, like we were like very afraid. The snake runs, but we well, I mean, like we are worried that there would be another snake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it happened is business. You can plan. How you can plan how many shots you want to take. You can plan what score you want, but sometimes you don't know if your planning doesn't really happen. So you got to be adaptable. You got to be able to change your approach. If you're good with your driver and you mishit it, you got to be good with your other iron as well. Probably with your iron 9 or something. So you got to be good with your chipping. It's the same with business. Sometimes you got to be generalist when you go up there. You got to understand everything. Just say when you're talking about your iron, that means your approach to the business. How do you want to approach your business? Like you cannot be good just with one stick, right, or one club. You cannot be good. You gotta master several of your clubs. Sometimes iron 7. I'm good with my iron 7, but
Yeah.
it's one of my I love my iron 7. But sometimes when I cannot use that, well, I gotta be able to adapt to it, you know. Yeah. So in business, you also gotta be able to go outside your comfort zone using different iron. Yeah. I think adaptable is the key because like every shot's gonna be different. You know, every golf field is gonna be different. You golf club is gonna be different. You're just gonna be able to adapt, really.
Yeah. So, for example, if you have a bad day in the office,
Yes.
just like uh, you can have a bad day on the golf course, how would you deal with those emotions?
Well, I have a lot of bad days. I have a lot of bad days in golf. I have a lot of bad days in the office. You know, how do I deal with that emotion? Well, probably practice makes perfect. You know, like when when you have so many bad days, you you can handle it because you know that you can handle it. It's just like well, I mean, usually what I'll do personally, I take a deep breath. I wash my face, all right, and then I'll try to calm myself, and then, well, yeah, self talk. Why do you have a bad days? Why is that? What is good in this bad day? I mean, like you can always find a good things in a very bad situation. So I'll try to focus myself on the good things. For example, like, oh, thanks God, I'm still alive, or I'm still breathing. You know, like be grateful. That's one of the key. That's what I do.
Yeah. So just experience, basically.
Yeah, just being grateful, have a positive thinking, you know, like do what you like. Sometimes when you have a bad days, I go have a very nice coffee, you know,
Yeah.
like when you feel tired. Yeah, I mean that's life, you know. I mean, if you don't experience bad, you will never experience good. That's what I keep saying to myself.
Mm,
Yeah.
it's a very good way to put it, I think.
But that's mentality, and it goes to a habit, you know, like well, since I experienced so many bad days, so I know how to handle bad days. So you sometimes have to go through it, you know, like
Yeah. 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 It's like you cannot really avoid it, let's say.
yes, true, true. Just enjoy it, you know. You can always find a silver lining out of everything.
Is there anything else you would like to add to our discussion today?
Well, I mean, like for me, it's depending on you. I mean, you're the boss. You're the the
Yeah.
one on the show. If you want to ask me any question, I'm free. You know, like hopefully what we've been talking is valuable for you. Like I'm here to support. I'm here to help. You
Yeah.
know, your channel. Yeah, I don't mind.
Uh, well, what advice would you give to any like young athletes or entrepreneurs maybe starting, looking to take the next steps in their lives?
Well, the most important thing. That's a good question. The most important thing is you know what you want and why you do that. I mean, a lot of people starting something without understanding what they want, without understanding why they want to do that. So in golf, you know, like in the end of the day, it's gonna be the 18 holes, right? But in life, sometimes it's longer than 18 holes. So you gotta really know what you want. I mean, like that something that you're really passionate to do because you're gonna do it for the next 10 years. So at least have that pictures in your mind that you're gonna do this at least for the next 10 years. Because if you're not disciplined, if you're not if you're really not committed in doing something, or you got in for the wrong reason, you're not gonna be good in anything. And if you're not gonna be good in anything, why bother doing that? Same like golf. If you just do it for fun and you never reach, for example, like handicap 10 or single handicap, you're not gonna enjoy the game, like because when you bet, you're gonna lose anyway. So it just you just gotta understand what you want and why you do that. Like, why am I not good in golf? It's because when I started, I started with the wrong reason. I started doing golf is because not because I love golf, to be honest. It's because I think it's good for business, for networking and everything. So I started with a different passion. Like, so that's why I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So understanding why you start, what's the end goal, and why you do that, it's very important in anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
because only the best get paid the best, and to be the best, you need to be patient. And patient itself doesn't guarantee you to be the best, because like when you fight to be the best, you fight with people with a lot of patience. But without patience, you got no chance to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To sum it up, basically, is just having a clear vision and of like what you want to do and what 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 you're passionate about.
True. Clarity will make you undefeatable.
Mm.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Clarity of what you want, and clarity of why you do that. If you have a very strong clarity, you're undefeatable.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's a good statement to end it off for today. I would like to thank you, Pak Yudi Candra, for coming on to our show and giving me and my viewers some insight on some
Thank you, Ramses.
similarities between the mindset of a golfer and a businessman. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.